Bashar, this is your friend Andra. A while back, you told us that the Sashani people are akin to the honeybees that collect the energetic nectar from different civilizations and then spread the honey around through the universe. So I would really love it if you could give us the Sasani word for honeybee and anything else that you might feel inspired to share about this particular archetype. Thank you. I love you. And Naveo.
Well, we don't actually have honeybees on our planet. So we don't have a word for honeybee in that sense. However, there are animals that do form energetic webs, energetic connections to different forms of life on our planet. So we suppose that would be a relative equivalent. In our ancient language, they are called a type of seed that goes back to the idea of the original seed that formed the telepathic web between us all. And therefore, they are referred to as Shaviqua, which means the light seed, the seed that connects us all in webs of light. So Shaviqua can be the closest analogy to the idea of that which connects all and spreads that vibration throughout a society, throughout an ecosystem, so to speak. So Shaviqua can be the closest analogy to the concept of a honeybee in that context.
Bashar, thank you so much for speaking with me today. You've just been a lighthouse to me in my life, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity.
It is our deep appreciation to co-create this interaction with you. What would you like to discuss this day?
So it's been my highest excitement to puzzle together the true story of Lilith. I feel there's some crucial insight I'm missing. You have said before that she may come through at some point to tell her own story. Is there any clue you can give me to better understand her and her significance?
One moment. Connections to nature are of prime importance to understand the story of Lilith. The idea of Lilith is someone who expresses an energy that is not dissimilar from the idea of the future hybrids that are connected very strongly to nature and who go through different levels of mastery, connect more strongly with all expressions of physical and non-physical reality. So Lilith is a story of self-empowerment, especially for the female energy expression on Earth. And so investigating and adopting anything that has to do with the expression of self-empowerment as an expression of your natural self will help you move forward in understanding the story of Lilith. Does that help you?
That is so brilliant. Thank you so much. Yes, I will need to take some time to digest that. That's just brilliant. Thank you.
All right.
So speaking of creation, 11 months ago, I co-created a beautiful daughter, Aluka, in a non-traditional way. I believe she has strong Sasani connections. Could you tell me something about her galactic connections, life theme, or soul contracts?
She is a strong teacher, does have hybrid connections and connections to other extraterrestrial sources, especially Sirius and Pleiadian. In time, this being may be involved in some interactions with the hybrid children that will come to Earth to live among you eventually, among humanity. But for now, it is premature, still developing and still growing.
Amazing. Thank you. Speaking of the hybrid children, I have 7 hybrid children, and I know that there is a timeline where we could, meet in my lifetime. Are they sort of paused in childhood, or is there until they're integrated on Earth, or are they going to age in a way we understand it?
They will to some degree age, but they will not appear to age in the same way that humans do. The idea is that they are much longer lived, and the idea is that they don't necessarily deteriorate as they age, as they mature. So they may still seem very young even when they have achieved a greater age.
Yes, yes. And in terms of the potential of the timeline where we could have contact with them in a physical way, is that strengthening in possibility as we move through the window of open contact?
Yes, for those along that path, it is something that at the outside would probably not take longer than about 20 of your years at the outside.
Wow. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, my goodness. I recently returned from powerful vortex sites in Sedona and Chilca, Peru. I'm excited to see if I can map portals and vortexes around my home state of Victoria in Australia. Do you have any recommendations about vortexes in Victoria or Australia?
Well, obviously, an extremely powerful major vortex is in the idea of what you call Ayers Rock. Yes?
Yes, yes.
The Alice Springs area. But there is also a major electromagnetic vortex in the area known as Pine Gap.
Oh, I was just reading about that yesterday. How synchronous. Is that, is that similar to an Area 51 energy?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And there is, in fact, an underground base there.
Unreal. Oh, my goodness. So thank you for that information. That's a beautiful synchronicity. I am going to go there, Bashar.
Oh, all right. Have fun.
Yes, I will.
If you are sensitive to it, you may be able to actually physically feel the electromagnetic vibrations that are in that area in certain places, especially when you pass between large rock formations on the road.
Amazing. I mean, for some reason, I had felt that Australia didn't, was not such, like, as I returned from Sedona and Peru, I felt so invigorated by the vibrations there, and I felt a little bit disheartened when I came back to Australia, and I decided that that wasn't a positive way to feel. So I want to be able to locate the high energy sites here, and Uluru, obviously, yes, I've been there. It's so fantastic. But Pine Gap, wow, I'm really interested to.
All right.
To go there. Thank you.
Have fun in your exploration.
I will. I will.
You may actually also wish to actually take a device that can read electromagnetic energy with you.
So, okay, I haven't. I will locate one of those devices. Absolutely. I wonder if I could take that with me to more sites as well. This is really exciting. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
But you can calibrate it based on what you experience in Pine Gap.
Very good. So do you know, I can just research where to get one of those devices.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much, Bashar.
Yes. You're welcome.
I've got two more questions, but stop me if I'm going too much. Recently, I have been integrating my multidimensional selves. I've connected to counterparts in Orion, World War II, sort of ancient Roman Judea, and I'm starting to have strong impressions related to more recent military episodes in the Middle East, which seems odd to me because it's contemporary. Are these counterpart experiences, or is it a montage of media I have digested in my life?
There is some counterpart experience you are picking up on, yes.
Oh, okay.
It is a counterpart that is more strongly living out some of the ancient Orion connections.
Yes, yes. Beautiful. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, it was that last, it felt very aligned to the Orion story. Yeah.
Yes, there are many stories that are playing out on your planet at this time. Many different stories, a true melting pot of different stories from different directions, all using the Earth cycle vibration to attempt to change the ending of those stories in a more positive way. But first, going through great darkness.
How extraordinary. I mean, I do feel as I move through time that I'm much more able to viscerally connect with the experiences and the lessons of my counterparts. And that is just absolutely mind-blowing.
Yes, and they from you, and they from you.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, how extraordinary. Reality is
So
just,
the more you are yourself, the more you are yourself, the more you help them have something to draw upon to help them as well.
yes. And I guess what is the appropriate amount of focus? I mean, I don't want to get lost in that world because obviously I
Follow the formula.
formula. Yes. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
And your
And I
final question?
my final question, I feel that I have for many years been weaving together a tapestry about the divine feminine so I can write about it. I cannot tell anymore if I'm fixated on this idea because I've held it for so long or whether I should keep pursuing this path of writing. Help me out, Bashar.
Is it representative of your passion?
It is. I'm very passionate about that story.
Then doesn't that tell you to keep going?
It does. I knew as soon as I asked that question, I shouldn't have asked it.
It's all right for you to ask it, but thank you for allowing it to be obvious.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I just love you so